Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gigi's Honeybees. Today is March 1st, 2026. And I've been feeding the bees Hive Alive to get them through the winter. They've come through fantastically. I've noticed a big population splurge in both colonies. My stronger colony, of course, is still a little bit higher in population than this one here. This one is our Queen Ruby. I'm going to get in here and look at her today. I manipulated some frames last week when I was in here to put some empty frames near the brood to give the queen a little bit more room to lay. Make sure she was aware that she had some more room to lay. And I also added this top super because they were bringing in some nectar. So I'm hoping to see that they've worked these frames up top. They were only covered in wax. They weren't drawn. So we're going to see if they've done anything with them and to check on their resources that they're still working on with the Hive Alive. I gave them, they had ran out of their full patty, so I have to patty just to get them through for a little bit longer, and they're still working on this one, it looks like. So let me see what we got underneath here. Oh, yeah, there's a few bees up top working on that, getting to that fondant. Don't really see them on the frames though, so this box, they're on them, but they're not doing anything with them just yet. So let me just move this over out of the way and get into the brood box and see what we got. Well, I take that back. When I pulled the box off, I can see a little bit better down in there. And let me see what they're doing. Yeah, we've got a few bees out here. So maybe they're going to start drawing on them. And as you can see, they're all up on top, moving around. Let's get in here and see what we can find. Yeah, see these frames on the outside, they're just barely starting to draw on them. This side over here is completely empty. It does have wax on it to help them get started, but they're not doing much with it just yet. Okay, and this one as well. This one they've drawn it out a little bit, and looks like they're beginning to put nectar in here. Yeah. So hopefully we're getting into a little bit of a nectar flow. The red maples are starting to bloom out everywhere, and I think that is one of the first things they do get on here in South Mississippi. Yeah, this frame has a lot of nectar in it. And these are just chilling. This one, they've started storing some pollen and nectar. Looks like more pollen than nectar though. Let's see. I think that was this way. No, it was this way. Okay. Getting confused on which way to place them back in there, and I don't want to rearrange their house. All right, so this one has a lot of bees on it. Bring this closer to the frame so you can see. We have a lot of bees on this one. And there's brood under there. If you can see the brood. Same thing on this side. They're starting to put brood. So that's always good. And around the brood, let me get over here in the light where I can see. Yeah, it's just pretty. Yeah, they've got pollen and nectar around the brood. So that's good. And we should, I would think, because last week I saw capped brood. I wonder if there's any that are beginning to emerge. We might see some. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is one of the frames that I moved over closer to them. And they have begun drawing it out, which I'm glad to see finally. And they have they've dropped nectar in and on that side, and they're beginning to work it on this side. So maybe that was a good call that I did move this frame in, because they're working it to help the queen. But right now they are putting nectar in there, so we'll see what they do. All right, move my Swiffer sheet, catching my small hive beetles, if any. Hope we don't have a big bunch of them this year. They were aggravating last year. Small hive beetles just getting into everything. All right, this frame right here has a lot of bees on it. So I'm assuming, just by going, yeah, this one's got a full sheet of brood. Let me real quick see if I can find the queen. She's sometimes hard to spot. Her marking is gone. Yeah, this is a good. Oh, I do see. Huh. I do see 2 queen cells in the middle of the frame. And one of them, let me just kind of look at this a minute. One of them looks like it is closed off. So has this hive swarmed? And I wasn't aware of it. I'm just sitting here thinking, I don't know what to do with this. Actually, there's more than one. Here's some more on this side. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 queen cells. I'm kind of afraid that this hive may have already swarmed. And if that's the case, do I leave these queen cells? I think I'm going to have to. I don't know where my queen is. I wonder if that's all of them. They're not on the bottom. They're not like swarm cells. They're right here in the middle of the frame. I wonder if I missed them last week. Well, that's interesting. All right, so I've got 4 queen cells to contend with, and they're all closed off. So I really do believe this hive has swarmed. So we may not have Ruby anymore. She may be gone. Kind of going to the assumption that she has. All right. So we're going to let the bees do what the bees do. They know best. All right, now let's go down and pull this one out. Next frame also has a lot of bees on it, and it's heavy. Ooh, knocked a few off. Okay, this one's got some brood, and some pollen and some nectar in the corners and around the brood arc that's in the middle. It's not full. Let's see if there's eggs in there. So hard to see. Yeah. Oh, there's another queen cell. And it's closed off as well. And there's another one there. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 queen cells I've found so far. And they're up towards the top middle of the frame. See if I see any more. Move the bees around a little bit. Okay, so I have a question for my fellow beekeepers that are watching. Queen cells found that are completely closed off, capped off. Have the bees already swarmed, or are they about to swarm? I'm thinking they've already swarmed. And I missed it because I did not catch that there were swarm cells last week. Moving these around just a little bit more. I was wondering why they were all congregating in that one area. Okay. So yeah, if you have any advice to give me, please put it in the comments because I'm curious to know. Like I said, I feel like they've already swarmed, but I may be wrong. They may be about to swarm, but they are working on these frames and drawing them out and storing nectar in it, so that's a good sign. Thought I just saw a queen. Let me see. What was I looking at? No. Okay. And the rest of the frames are just, they're working on drawing them out, it looks like. Yeah, that frame's not got nothing on it. Yeah, they're storing pollen. Good frame of pollen. I like to see all of the different colors. It's just interesting to me to see the colors in nature. Different shades of yellow, different shades of orange, red, and whatever that gray-green pollen is that I was asking about last week. They're bringing a lot of it in, whatever it is. Okay. Now, let me just pull this last frame up. I don't think anything's on it. I just want to see if they're working it at all. Yeah. Okay. All right, so just to recap, it looks like we have a swarm situation on our hands. Either they've already swarmed, which I'm thinking is the case, or they're about to. So y'all let me know what you think. Like I said, it was 6 queen cells I found, and every one of them was closed off. And I don't really want to interfere with what they're doing, so I'm going to let them handle it. So like I said, the bees know what they're doing better than I do, so I'm just going to leave it as that. And I did want to just lift this bottom box up just a minute, just to see what that looks like on the bottom. Yeah. Okay. They're still busy doing what they do. All right, so let me put them back together. All right, so I do feel like we've lost Ruby, and she's, oh, I forgot to put this back on your sheet. Let me open that back up real quick. Get on top. Hopefully that'll help get rid of any hive beetles harassing them. Their feed back on top. Let them finish that out. Get rid of some dead bees. All right. So that took care of Ruby. Yeah. Okay. So give me just a minute. I'm going to reset and get over here and check on Crystal. All right, let's see what Crystal's up to this morning. All right, they are also working on that half of package of Hive Alive that I gave them last week. They've got it worked down a little bit more than the other hive had. And there's bees on the bottom of the lid working towards getting to it. So I'm going to just lay that to the side. And also, this is the super that I put on last week. Let me pull the frame out of the middle. I just want to see what they're doing. Oh yeah, lots of bees on here. And like I said, these were coated in wax to give them a head start. So hopefully they'll get busy with that. All right, let's see if I can pry this box off. They've already propolized it. Doesn't take them long to seal up any cracks. They don't like any openings. Okay, let's set that down right there. Yeah. Okay, we got a lot of what we call burr comb, where they've started attaching the two boxes together and the frames together. Just set that down right there. Okay. And this one, I need to replace this sheet. There's a lot of hive beetles on here. And bees. I hate that it catches my bees. I don't know what to do with it otherwise. Hive beetles are just bad. They're just bad in South Mississippi, and you have to do what you have to do to take care of them. All right, I'm gonna start from this side. There's a hive beetle trap. Let me pull that up, get that out of there. On this one that I put out, yeah, it needs to be replaced. It's cleaned out. All right, nothing on this frame, so I'm just gonna set it to the side. And then the next frame up, not sure what they're doing here. They're just building crazy comb, but there is a practice cup here for a queen cup. Is there anything in it? No, it's just wax. And there's another one right here. They're just playing. All right, so yeah, they're building some crazy stuff on this frame. And then the next one we have is full of bees. And let's see what's going on here. And it's heavy. And it's got, the middle part of it is brood. I see young brood, young larvae. Set it real quick. The other side has also got brood, young larvae. Pollen, nectar. So they've been busy. They have been busy. go down and see what we got on the next frame. Okay, this one might be one of the frames that I moved over to the middle because it feels lighter. Yeah. So they're working on drawing it out. Yep. Stinking hive beetle. Okay, so they're busy getting that one ready for her. And then this one's got a ton of bees on it. Let's see what it feels like. It's heavy. It's pretty heavy, and it's got brood. Lots of brood. Yeah, this hive is fixing to explode. And I see drone comb. And there's a queen cup with nothing in it on the bottom. Okay. So that's the first time. I never saw any drone comb last year when I was doing my inspections. But I do see it now, and like I said, there is a queen cell on the bottom there. Queen cup, rather. And it's empty. Okay, now on this side, I see drone comb that has young larvae in it that they're capping over. And I see three. Yeah. Those might be queen cups that I'm looking at on the bottom here. Yeah. Okay. And more drone comb that they're working on. And we are getting ready for swarm season if it hasn't already started. So I feel like they're making drone for a reason. Yeah. All right, so let me put this one back and let's go on to the next frame and see what we got. All right. The next frame is full of bees. Full of bees. Okay. And it's full of brood. Got a lot of brood. Pollen and nectar in the corners. And don't see any queen cups on this side. A lot of young brood, a lot of young larvae. Good. So this one's taken off as well. Okay. Again, see another frame real quick. This side of the hive is just massive. I'm assuming that Swiffer sheet was keeping them off the tops of the frames on that other side, but this one is very heavy. Very heavy. A lot of drone comb. Young larvae, brood, honey, nectar, pollen. Yeah. Let me get this bee off my wrist before she stings me. Makes me hurt. All right, so yeah. Okay. And let's see. More. All right, still some more drone cells. Got brood. They are so busy bringing in the pollen. It is amazing how much pollen is coming in. Let me see what I got on the bottom here. A lot of bees on the bottom, hanging out. And we got drone comb on this one as well. All right, in the very center of the frame, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 practice cups, 6 practice cups. Make sure there's nothing in those. Nothing in them. Yeah, I really would like some advice for y'all to give me on splitting and making room. Got a practice cell in the middle of this frame, and drone cells as well. So they're gearing up for something. They're capping it off. But yeah. So it's my understanding if they're swarming, the swarm cells are usually on the bottom. And there's my queen. Let's see my queen. She's very tiny. I wonder if this one has already swarmed as well, and that's a new queen. Their markings from when I purchased them last year, they're just about gone. Crystal, this was her hive. She had a little bit of a marking left, but this queen that I'm looking at looks very tiny, and doesn't have the marking at all. But that could be that it's just completely worn off. But she's moving around like she's wanting to do something, and I got a waggle dance going on at the bottom of the frame here. So they're just busy. Crystal's trying to find her way to get to the other side of the frame. And there she is again. Okay, I do see the blue spot now that the light hit it just right. So this is still Crystal. She's trying to get out of the light. So I'm going to put this one back in. And like I said, they're doing a crazy waggle dance at the bottom here. So let me put her back in very carefully. Not to roll her. Okay. All right. I'm going to look at this last frame just because I'm concerned about swarm cells. And this would have been the good one to look at. Let's see. Okay, this is just a pollen and nectar frame. That's all it is. And they're drawing out this other side, which is good. Okay, so these 2 frames on the end were pretty much empty. They did not have anything drawn on them or nothing like that. So now that I've got into the brood nest good and got the queen spotted, these bees are out. So I'm going to smoke them down real quick, if I still have any smoke left, and close them up. Let them get back to business. Let them know I'm done. Okay. All right. Oh, let me put a Swiffer sheet on here, a new one, because I'm going to take that trap out and go wash it and bring it back for next week to put on. And I also got to put this other frame in. I'm fixing to leave it sitting out here. Push all these over. Okay. Ooh, them bees are mad. I done upset them. Get this side to go down. Move them one at a time. There we go. Now, goodness, that took a minute to get that to go down. All right, so another recap. Found several practice cups in this one. I also gave this one some extra frames that near the brood chamber last week to hopefully get the queen to start laying in some extra space to give her some room. A lot of drone cells in this one. So I feel like they might be getting ready to do something. Come on, bee, get off there. All right, there we go. All right, and they're working good on this Hive Alive fondant. So let me put them back together. Them off to where they'll go back down in the box. Okay. Get the lid back on real quick. Now. All right, so that's it for this inspection today. Like I said, if you have any advice on what I need to do with my queen cells that are capped over in Ruby's colony, do I need to work on splits? I feel like I do. Any words of advisement that you can give me, I appreciate. Please like and subscribe, and hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.